In this video I want to show you how we can install n8n locally on our own machine. This is really practical because we can use it for free. The first thing that you can do is to go over to GitHub. And here on GitHub you see this is the n8n GitHub repo. It has already a lot of stars, so this is something that is really used right now. And if you scroll down, you see relatively quick that you can install it either with npx. So for this you need Node.js, or you can also use Docker. I want to show you how we can install it with Node, but if you really love Docker and you know how to do it, you can also use Docker. The first thing that you should do is to simply Google Node, and then you press on the first link. This is Node.js. And then you press right here, download Node.js. This thing will get downloaded. It will look something like this. You open it in your downloads and you press on it. And then you follow this simple installation. And then this thing is installed on your local machine. I have already installed this tool, so I will not do this. And I also want to show you something else. If you want to manage your Node instance later, you can also install NVM for Windows. Now this is not necessary, but you can install this. You simply Google NVM for Windows, you press on this first link, then you scroll down, you go on download now, you scroll down right here, and you need to download the NVM setup zip. As soon as this is downloaded, you can simply throw it on your desktop, you can unzip it and install it. Like I said, this is not necessary, but this can help you with Node.js if you want to use, for example, an older version or a newer version. You see right here, if you go on Node.js, that there are a lot of versions. Sometimes it can happen that the newest version has a bug, but normally this doesn't happen. But if for some reason n8n will not work in your local Node instance, it can be cool, for example, to downgrade it to a lower version. And if you have installed NVM for Windows, so the thing from the zip file, you can totally do this really easy. Now as soon as these two things are installed, or at least as soon as Node is installed, you will have this on your search bar. You can press on it. You can search for the Node.js command prompt, and with this thing you can install n8n. Here you simply have to type in npm install n8n-g, and then you send this thing out. This will be done in 2 minutes or so. And you do this only once, and as soon as your packages are installed, it will look something like this. You can either clear your window or you can reopen it, and then you simply type in n8n. And send this out. And then your local Node installation will open up. After 1 or 2 minutes, it should look something like this. You will get to this URL, and you can simply copy this URL, throw it in your browser and send it out. Then you will see something like this. Just simply type in your mail, your first name, your last name, and of course a password. Then you fill out this information. After this is done, you will be in an instance that looks something like this, but you will not have any workflows. So you see, I have already some workflows here installed, but your canvas will most likely be completely empty. It will look something like this. I want to give you a quick overview. So the first thing is workflows. Most likely your things are here empty. You can search through workflows as soon as you have created a lot of them. You can filter through these workflows, and you can sort by last updated or whatever you like, by name or what you want. Then you can press on credentials. You can also include some credentials. You see, I have already included a lot of different credentials here, but most likely you will not have included them, because we will do this step by step later. Then you can also press on executions, and here you see what executions were triggered in the last few sessions, for example. If you go back on workflows, you see that you can also create new workflows by pressing on this button, and if you press here, you can also create credentials. If you press create workflow, you will be in a Canva that looks something like this, but don't worry, first we go back right here and we see what's here on the left side. On the left side you have here this plus sign, and here you have once again workflow, credentials, and you can also go on the enterprise plan. The enterprise plan has some special offers that you do not need right now. Then you have here templates, and if you press on templates, you are in a marketplace, and here you can search for templates. There are free templates, there are also paid templates. You can search for templates later as soon as you understand the basics. If you press on finance, for example, you will find some examples for finance templates that you can use. You can either buy them, here you see something for 25 bucks, here is something for $49, or you can also search for stuff that is completely for free. But like I said, first you need to understand these workflows before you use them. So if you go down, here you find variables, and if you press on them, you can also create variables for later workflows, but of course, step by step. Then you have your help guide. If you press on these, you have a quick starter with some videos. You have the whole documentation. The documentation is really great. You should take a look of these, and we will also use it over and over in this course. You have a forum. You also have a small course. You can report a bug, and you can also press on about n8n. Here you get some information. And down here is your name. And if you press on this, you can simply go to settings or sign out. If you go to settings, you simply see how many workflows you can make. For example, in this local instance, I can make unlimited workflows. If you press on personal, you can simply type in your information. If you go on user, you see from who this is owned. In my case, this is from my normal email address. You can also press on the n8n API, and you can programmatically use n8n if you simply create an API key, so you can include this in other workflows. And then you have some stuff that is only available in the enterprise plan. You have external servers, more on that later, environments that you can create, SSO, LDAP, and of course also log streaming. And lastly, you have the community nodes. In the left corner you also see what version is active. In the next video I want to show you how we can update these versions, because right now there's an update available. If you go back on settings once again, and if you press on overview and create workflow, we are once again in this canvas, and here the magic happens. Here in this canvas we can create our workflows. You have always to start with a trigger node, so you simply press plus and you can use these nodes. But of course, more on these nodes later, because we will need to do this step by step. And in the next video I want to show you how we can update our local instance, and I also want to show you how you can use, first of all, the plan from n8n completely for free if you have trouble installing this locally. So see you in the next one.